This is Melanie. Melanie is a high school student and has just submitted her English assignment. The assignment was to write a 4-page paper on a specific topic in MLA format, complete with proper citations. Melanie worked very hard for 2 weeks and finally finished with a very satisfactory feeling. This is Mrs. Smith, Melanie's English teacher. She is in the middle of grading the class papers. She is impressed with Melanie's paper, but finds one big problem. In class on Monday, the students work quietly and wait for their papers to be handed out. Melanie feels pretty good about her work. When Melanie receives her work back, she is shocked to see that she got a low grade. Not only did she get a low grade, but Mrs. Smith wants to see her after class. Melanie is devastated. That grade will bring down her whole average. After class, Melanie and Mrs. Smith go over Melanie's paper. Mrs. Smith was very impressed, but the assignment was to write a paper with proper citation. Realizing her mistake, Melanie feels foolish. She thought she had used the right citations. Mrs. Smith explained that Melanie did do the basic aspects correctly, but her works cited page was not in alphabetical order, and she did not use proper MLA formatting for her citations or her paper. There were also bits in her paper that weren't cited at all, which means they were plagiarized. Melanie begged for a redo on the assignment, but that wouldn't be fair to the other students. The paper will bring down her whole average, but Mrs. Smith explained if you get good grades on the rest of the assignments for the rest of the year, your grade and your average will go back up. To ensure Melanie never makes that mistake again, she and Mrs. Smith take the time to discuss where Melanie can find good information and good examples on citing and good information on plagiarism. Purdue OWL is an excellent source for finding good information and good examples on citing and plagiarism. There are also examples of what to do and what not to do, so students should have every confidence that they are citing their information correctly. If Melanie or other students have any questions or want to double-check if they have plagiarized, plagiarism.org has the information and statistics on what plagiarism is and how to avoid it. It's an excellent source for checking plagiarism. Because of a few mistakes in her citing and format, Melanie's grade went down drastically. Citations are incredibly important in writing, and plagiarism is a serious crime whether it is intentional or not. Students who plagiarize at the very least can be given an F. At the worst, they can be expelled. Don't make the mistake of taking someone else's words and passing them off as your own. Now, Melanie has the tools to make sure she never makes the same mistake again.